When did you start switching from like pre-cut woods to just making your own from scratch, making your own guitars from scratch?
Oh, well, to a certain extent, most guitar makers buy pre-cut wood from either like a guitar supply place, or you order wood from Europe, and they send it in pre-cut guitar. It's like prime rib when you go out to a restaurant. You know, it's a certain cut of the wood, and
Gotcha.
they do it there at the sawmills if they specialize in guitar or instrument wood. I did actually. There was a guitar. My guitar teacher back in Santa Fe. He. Well, I found out that there was Engelmann spruce in the mountains out here in New Mexico, and next thing I know, he wanted to do a business with wood. His name was Tom Prislow. He's a guitar maker now. He was my guitar teacher at the time, and then he came out and apprenticed with me for 3 months, I think, when I lived in California, and built his first guitar. But back in those days, we all went up into the mountains to try to find spruce trees, and we ended up just going to the sawmills and buying the ones that were cut down. But Tom harvested his own wood, and I've gone up and had some friends go up and get wood out of the mountains here in New Mexico and use that for tops. But I'm not really crazy about the spruce here in New Mexico, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
It's a slow, or it's a fast growing season, and it's interesting, but it's not, the grain is too coarse for guitars in general. So
Is there certain traits that you look for in like wood for a top or back end sides or anything like that? Like,
well,
how do you know that it's a good cut of wood?
It's pretty easy to tell. In the past, I used Engelmann spruce, and I used tops anywhere from New Mexico up to Canada, Idaho, and I just kind of got I made so many guitars out of Engelmann spruce that at first when I discovered it back in the 70s, it seemed to have the characteristics of cedar and spruce combined. And I was excited about that, and I think a lot of people were. But then the more I used it, I realized the overtones weren't there in it, you know, compared to a good European cut of spruce. So now I kind of quit using Engelmann now for probably 8 years or so, and I just use Italian spruce. And I get it from Italy. I've gone over there myself and picked it out and had them send it back to me. And you know, so that's what I use now is Italian spruce.
Gotcha.
They say it comes from the same valley where Stradivari got his wood, but I don't know if that's marketing or what.